So I've been thinking about it, and I thought I would just present how Guardians of the Galaxy could actually have been a good movie. There's going to be spoilers, so if you're going to see it, I wouldn't, but there's going to be spoilers. But let's take it from the top. The only interesting thing in the movie was when the blue guy with his whistle arrow, dropped that, they were supposed to bring Chris Pratt to his father, and they didn't. And then, we find out that Chris Pratt's half human, half something else. Okay, let's take that, and then let's put that at the beginning. Okay, Mama dies, he runs outside, he gets abducted. Then blue guy has that conversation right there. Maybe the kid's laying on the ground or some shit, and they're trying, oh, hey, we're supposed to bring him to his father. And he's like, no, fuck that, I'm going to keep him. Do that at the beginning. Then throw me 26 years later when he's treasure hunting. Treasure hunting for the blue man. Then we'll see the blue man again, So he finds his orb. They can still do that entire thing with this magic crystal and this boring villain that they got. Kids still keep all that, okay? So he finds a little ball thing, and then, he gets arrested for wrestling in public. And apparently that gets you a maximum security sentence, but, I don't live there anyway. But so he's on the Nova planet. You can get him captured. How about while they're running him through they got all these fancy scanners in there and shit, but apparently they didn't run the right tests until the end of the movie to find out he was half human, half something else. Give me a fucking break. So, do that right now. He's going through prison. Oh, hey, you're not all human. You're half human, half whatever. Drop some hints about his father. Get him thinking, like, oh my God, do I have a dad? All this crap, You can do that right then. Then he'd actually have a reason that he'd want to get out of prison instead of selling some boring-ass orb just to get paid, because it's boring. Give him a reason. You could rally these troops, be like, hey, you guys want to help me find my father? Like, we can do this thing, too, with the orb and get some money. They could do that whole thing. Then they'd break out of prison. You could do it the exact same way if you wanted to. I thought it was pretty stupid, but break him out of prison. They could still go to that huge skull planet. You could still, everything would work. He would, just do different stuff. You could do the crystal thing. The bitch could still die. And then, Benicio would still be flustered, but then have something with the father. Maybe they'd go to Benicio to talk to him about the father and the crystal. I mean, you could, have some meat there, but, then maybe the girl would kill herself for a different reason. But I don't know. Getting too deep. But, you could still have the thing. Batista could still call the bad guy to come. They could still have their fight. Like, they could still have that same story. Just be in the back burner, You could focus more on him looking for his dad. So, they could get off of that. Then why not have him meet up with, the blue guy a little earlier? And they kind of formulate this, he could be like, yo, why'd you do with my pop? Or, however much they wanted to do. But then, we could showcase the blue guy's whistle arrow. And then maybe later, the bad guy could capture him and he'd be asking where he was. And then, he'd try to use a whistle and maybe he'd rip out his tongue or something, so he couldn't use it. That seems inventive. I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool. Just, can't whistle anymore. Suck it. But just a thought. A little side thing. But then, you could still work your way up to the final battle. But then you could have the final battle happen, and maybe he'd run into his father. We all know the guy's going to win. Domino ship's coming down. I don't know why they kind of capsule it. They turned it into a capsule. A capsule of crap. A crapsule, if you will. But yeah, if you want to do something like that, he betrays Thanos. Why don't you have Thanos come down in the fight and he kills the guy? He's like, hey, this guy's being an asshole. He's fucking with my shit. I'm going to blow this planet up, but not now because I'm super cool and Thanos. I'm just going to fuck off now. Just kill the guy. You could have stuff for a sequel. Things would be moving in that direction. You could, have his father show up at the end, help him a little bit. Side note, if they're on Nova and it's Nova Corps, where the fuck is Nova? Just wondering. Is that his name? I don't know. What's the guy doing? That's your home planet. It's getting attacked by this domino ship, and you're what off? Hanging out with Silver Surfer? What are you doing? I don't know. Questions. Regardless, have Thanos come down. Boom. They're about to kill him. You could still do the teamwork thing with the crystal. Chris Pratt could still hang on to the crystal if you want, or Thanos could take it. That'd be interesting. But, have Thanos show up. Boom, then that's working into this sequel crap with this universe garbage. You could do all of that. Drop the stuff about his father. Maybe his father shows up at the end, helps him. I don't know. Something. You know, you wouldn't even, I mean, just give us a little bit. Then, you know, you can still work it in, like, you know, oh, what about Daddy? And you can still use whatever they wanted for the sequel, but, you know, then the first movie would actually been worth something, and they could have been building up to a greater thing instead of kind of crapsuling it and, you know, just making this shitty villain that nobody cares about, you know, just the whole focus of the film, and then they, you know, he betrays Thanos and they shuts it off, and then, oh, we don't talk to him again. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, you know, if you're going for the sequel Marvel Universe crap, stop making crapsules. Okay, you gotta open those up. You know, just saying, Marvel, if you're writing something, maybe you could throw it my way. Be happy to give you some gold, you know, but just a thought, you know, just my thoughts on how it could have been better. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. I'd love to hear from you either way, but let's be honest, nobody probably made it past the 3-minute mark, so...